Patrick with PlantFoodRocks.com. Thank you so much for joining us on today's edition of She Rocks, which is a show that's designed to help women become strong, healthy, and empowered. We're joining back with us this week is Sharon Johnson. She is a raw food coach, and she was here a couple weeks ago, and you guys really had a lot of questions for her, but I also wanted to bring her back because she specializes in not only raw foods, but also in juicing. So I thought it would be great to have a conversation with her about juicing in particular. So Sharon, thanks for agreeing to come back.
Absolutely. I'm glad to be back here, and I'm glad for all the questions that were there.
Good. So I want to jump right into the juicing because I know that you've been doing juicing and raw foods for several years, as I pointed out the last time you were here. But last year for me, in that we've been friends for so long, I saw the greatest change and greatest impact because I've seen you in the past do juicing. You did maybe, 10, 14 days here, there are 21 days, lose about 10, 15 pounds, go back and forth. But last year, something really connected with you. You did 60 full days, and I'm talking about hardcore 60 days of juicing. So talk to us about that and why you made that, why you were finally able to make that real connection, because it's transformed your life.
Mm-hmm. I lost over 20 pounds just on the juicing for those days, and the difference for me this time was I set my intentions at the beginning. I knew clearly what I wanted to do. I knew, of course, I wanted to go through the program. I wanted to receive the healing benefits from it. I wanted to be more connected and grounded. I wanted to really set myself up for a healthier lifestyle at the end. Also, I transitioned in a little bit easier. I really followed a plant food based diet. I was mainly vegan for at least a month ahead of time, so going into the process there wasn't as much detoxing as quickly that my body couldn't handle.
Okay.
I didn't have some of the shakiness or a lot of the flu-like symptoms and things of that nature, so it was really a pleasant experience for me.
I do know that when you were juicing, when I said that you were hardcore, what I mean is like you were doing all organic. You were, the pasteurized stuff with the juices, you were very conscious of that. So talk to us a little bit about, these different variations of juicing that people can do. I mean, like I said, you went hardcore, but it doesn't have to be that hardcore. And people who can't afford to buy all organic fruits and veggies, I mean, there are some other options as well, right?
Absolutely. Start where you are. There are several juice bars that are out there that will juice fresh, unpasteurized juices right there for you. I know where I am locally, there's at least 3 different bars that I could go to if I need to, and a couple of them are organic. At home, if you don't have a juicer, you can use a blender and just get a sprouting bag and just strain your juice with that bag, and that's really helpful. But there's a lot of little shortcuts and tips and just making it as easy as possible. I jumped in and I did all those days. I juiced for the entire day. But it might be for somebody else just having juice for their breakfast or for their lunch, just exchanging one meal. But start where you are. You don't have to go hardcore to see a lot of good benefits.
I think that's a really great point because people may feel like I can't do it like that, so I'm not going to try it at all. And there are other options. I actually juiced for the longest period of time that I've ever done was back in April. I did 21 days. And it was major accomplishment for me. And I did take that approach to kind of start where I was. But I'd never been able to juice. I couldn't even get in 7 days before. And for me to get past that 21 days, it was amazing. And honestly, the biggest advantage for me, I think, was I did set my intention. I really did decide what I wanted to get out of it. And then you just kind of get into this groove. And then it's like, okay, I'm past the point of no return. I'm doing this. And I look at it now when I'm looking at something tough to do. I look at it and say, you know what? I juiced for 21 days.
Absolutely.
I can do this. So, I mean, it really does change your mindset. One of the things when we talked about starting where you are, one thing a common question I would get, and I know you've heard this too, is that people will say, well, it takes so much time to juice. Do I need to go through all that? Why can't I just go to Whole Foods or Arden's Garden and get me several of those juices that they already have made up? Why would you not recommend someone try to use their entire 7 days by store-bought juices?
If it's unpasteurized, and some stores do have the unpasteurized bottled juice, that's fine. But the main thing is you want the enzymes intact. You want your juice to still be living and have the digestive form still available for you. And you preparing it at home, you're going to have the greatest chance to get that. Okay. And that's really what you want. If you're having processed juices, you're losing 30 to 70% of the vitamins and minerals.
Wow.
And that's what you need for your body, especially if you're trying to rejuvenate it and get the energy up, and you're doing it for sustainment. You want to have that fresh, unpasteurized juice.
Okay, so just real quick tips as we wrap up about juicing. If someone's sitting there now watching us and thinking about juicing, don't know where to start, what are some 3 to 5 tips that you can give somebody that so they can start where they are?
Start where you are. Just start by changing out maybe one of your meals a day. Set your intentions. Find out where you're going to get your produce. You want to buy in bulk where you can. And you want colorful, so as many colors in your diet as possible, and drink a lot. You want to have at least in one meal probably 32 ounces of juice, and that will make sure that you're getting the vitamins and minerals and calories that you need for that time.
And I know you used to always tell me to drink the juice all in one sitting, not kind of sipping it throughout the day. Why is that?
If you're sipping it throughout the day, your body's thinking of it as just like, okay, I'm drinking some water here, I'm drinking tea. It's not thinking of it as a meal. If you're drinking between like 20 ounces and 32 ounces in one setting, your body's going to get full, your stomach's going to feel full, you're going to feel satiated, you're going to feel like you've received everything that you need. You're going to be satisfied, and that's the goal here.
Okay. Well, those are some really, really great tips, Sharon. I really appreciate that. Guys, you can definitely check out Sharon's website, rawandawesome.com. She has all kinds of information about raw foods, juicing, just the resources that you will need to get you started. So Sharon Johnson's website, rawandawesome.com. You can also visit plantfoodrocks.com for anything else about plant-based diets. So thank you guys for tuning in today. And remember, you rock.